What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Lombardi Sweep. Week 9, Packers win another one. More injuries happen, but we have 1 week, 1 game, and then we have the bye week. Week 9, we are playing the Detroit Lions. This is a big one. Obviously, this could have playoff implications, certainly implications for the divisional race, and we will get into it. But let's talk about the Jaguars game. We even said beforehand, it's Wednesday at this point, so it's been a couple of days. Not many takeaways, not many memorable plays, not many memorable moments from the game other than the injuries. I feel like it was a very one note, mundane game where like the Jaguars couldn't convert third downs. They committed a couple too many penalties and mistakes, and the Packers kicked a game winning field goal to win. That's kind of how I summarize the game fully. Don't you guys think?
Yeah, I would agree. Um, for me, the number one kind of point that I was trying to make last week was this game means absolutely nothing for playoffs. You're traveling on the road. You're going to a place you probably don't really need to be at. Get away without any injuries, and they got three probably, you know, pretty significant injuries to three significant players. Three players that have been playing very well in their time in this year. Um, so whether that comes out fine, whatever. And it's not, it's not, like let's just tank and lose this game and make sure no one's injured. But you come out and I know it's not the Packers' fault that these guys get injured, right? But 5-3 going to Detroit, and then probably going to be what 5-4 going into the bye week compared to I don't know. It's an interesting situation. I just hope that these injuries don't have ramifications moving forward.
For
I
sure.
mean, I would argue one of the biggest takeaways was that the Jaguars punter's an absolute menace. I mean, that was like he did a great job. He was definitely the reason the game was close. But to your point, outside of that, like there's not much to remember. The defense was good at times, extremely weak at times. It was very funny to see. I don't remember who it was. I think Devontae Wyatt just completely body checked the offensive lineman out of the way. That was fun. Edgerrin
Mhm.
Cooper looked good, but like that's all there really is to write home about.
Yeah, Devontae Wyatt came back. That was big for the D line, and Cooper bounced back after a bad
I,
performance by all accounts. He did pretty good this game.
Yeah, it is nice. I guess that Cooper bringing Eric Wilson, who's been great in his time this year, like it's just
Yeah.
incredible how much better the inside linebacker play has been as of the last game and a half.
Is there anything that happened since then that could have caused that?
I think a game and a half ago, Quay Walker went out with a concussion.
Gotcha. It does help. Addition by subtraction. Sincerely. Also, McDuffie played fine too in
Yeah,
pass coverage specifically. I thought he did pretty well. But yeah, Packers up and down game, inconsistent game is what it is. Malik Willis comes in for the injured Jordan Love. Seemed like they had the handcuffs on him the entire game. Didn't really play his game plan. Didn't really play the Jordan Love game plan. And then they cracked open a big play to Jane Reed for the win, essentially. So,
yep.
glad we had one in the back pocket. I would like to see some in-game adjustments a little quicker, maybe. But maybe we were just lulling them to sleep so we could go for the kill shot. I don't know. It worked. So, at
It's
the
a
end of the
win.
day,
A
whatever.
win's. You don't apologize for a win. A win's a win.
Sorry, but no. You're right. Okay. So, truly nothing else to talk about. Offensive line didn't do very well run blocking. That's going to have to change for this week, but that's it. This week, Detroit coming to town. Packers are 3.5-point underdogs despite being the home team. 47.5 over under. So, a decent amount of points. Obviously, the Lions are coming off of a 52-point game where they didn't even need a pass. They just won with special teams. They ran one with the running game, but then the turnovers, all of the above. They just had a very good game. This is the second of a 2-game suspension for Jameson Williams, so we don't have to worry about covering him, which is great because if there's is the biggest weakness on this Packers team cornerback too, do we think?
Yeah, it's certainly a top three weakness.
Yeah. I'm happy people, again, time works at different speeds for different people. People are realizing Eric Stokes isn't very good. So that also means that we're trading for fucking Pat Surtain and people like that, according to a lot of Packer people. But I could see the Packers make a move for another cornerback. I don't know if it's going to be a clear-cut starter at cornerback too if we make a trade. That's what we should do. I don't know if we will.
Yeah, especially with Keyshawn Nixon getting time out there too. I know Green Bay loves him. So I don't think you're bringing in the savior to come in. Not that Green Bay defense necessarily needs a savior. Like defense has been fine this year, right? Been getting off the field, been getting turnovers, getting off the field on third down. But I don't think you're bringing anyone in like a Patrick Surtain or like a Sauce Gardner to come in and just take over.
I guess is the final show before the trade deadline.
Well,
if there's one move, at least position group that you would like to see the Packers do, what would it be?
So we'll get in this with the injury report, but Jair Alexander a little banged up. Maybe that's a little more incentive to go after a corner.
They should. I see Greg Newsome's a name people are floating out there. Some of the Rams guys, the Browns guys. I don't know. I think J.C. Horn was a name that was out there. The Packers first and foremost are going to say, like, are they a culture fit? And then we have to think, what is the Packers culture? And then nobody really knows that. So it just doesn't, it can't be a little too urban. You know what I mean?
Yep.
They can't be they can't be outspoken. There's only one Jair, and Packers already hate him.
They can drive cars very fast and recklessly, though.
True. No worries there. That's kind of the surprise. We'll get off this in a second. It's kind of the surprise that there hasn't been any like car accidents in the snow with Packer players. That never happens.
Andre Jackson Jr. of the Bucks crashed his car into an apartment building on dry land.
Really?
And Quay Walker's in snowy Green Bay and nothing has happened. They got to be chauffeuring his ass.
Probably. Good point. But yeah, theoretically, the Packers would be buyer at deadline. We've done the song and dance.
Yeah.
If you had to ask me, what's more likely? Do the Packers make a move or they don't? I think it's more likely the Packers have one glaring weakness on a team that's supposedly a contender and they don't go all in. That's kind of what I've seen.
That sounds a little what the last 15 years have been.
Yeah. Homegrown talent over proven talent. That's what's painted on the walls. Okay. Injury report. Obviously, this is the first injury report. This is for Wednesday. A shit ton of DNPs. So buckle up on both sides. I have both sides. Like I told you guys before, this is going to be a very physical game. So I think a lot of these we can chalk up to both teams just wanting to give their guys rest before a very physical game, especially if it's a Malik Willis super run heavy game. Like both teams need to be rested up.
Yep.
But all of these players did not practice for the Packers today. Jair with a knee, Josh Jacobs ankle, Elton Jenkins glute, Jordan Love groin, Josh Myers wrist, Rasheed Walker knee, Evan Williams hamstring. Limited was Corey Ballantyne with an ankle, Kenny Clark with a toe and a shoulder, and Devontae Wyatt with an ankle. Obviously, Jordan Love is the biggest question mark, I would say, to play. I think he's the most likely to sit. Again, Jordan Love listed with a groin. I feel like he dinged up his knee as well with a bye immediately after. I don't know why you would risk making this more severe, even in a big game.
I understand 100%. I logically it all makes sense. If you can play, the $55 million quarterback's got to play. This is the biggest game of the season. Like, he's got to play in this one.
I don't know if he gives them a better chance.
I was just gonna say I don't know if he does. You can win this game with Malik Willis. Will they? I don't think so. But has Malik Willis shown a worse command of the offense or a lesser ability to run this offense? I mean, I don't think the offense is really missing a step with him on that field.
Mark Murphy's still in charge too, for the time being. And if he can pinch pennies, he's going to pinch pennies. So if Jordan Love has any incentives in his contract, he wants Jordan Love to sit. That being said, Jordan Love's going to push to play because of the incentives. His agent Mulugeta, best agent in the game, is going to push, but we'll see. And what's up, Clip? You could ask that question. I saw you were panicking at the end. Don't want you to. It felt like you're falling into a dark void. I don't want that. But yeah, if Jair's been banged up all year too. We've talked about Elton Jenkins every single week. I think Elton Jenkins has zero risk of missing the game.
Correct.
He's he needs this bye week.
Yes.
Jair, I think Jair is a true coin flip as well. That'd be a big loss.
I don't like that we play the Lions before the bye.
No, we're gonna need it. We're gonna need that bye week because this is going to be a physical game. But yeah,
but like I said, this is a game you have to get up for. Like this, I don't want to say must win, but like you got to win this game.
And this is an inexperienced young Packer team, and no matter how good the chemistry is, no matter how good the focus is, we're talking about we've gone through 8 weeks, we've gone through training camp, we've gone through off-season mini camp, we've gone through all of it, and now we have a bye week coming. The girlfriend, the wife, they're booking vacations. They're saying, "Oh, we're gonna get with family. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that." Like focus shifts. It just does.
Over the last 10, 15 years, Green Bay has been the top dog in the NFC North, right? Healthy. Like this is the game that the Lions always got up for. When everyone's sucking Green Bay's dick, everyone's sucking Detroit's dick right now. Detroit won a lot of those games over the last 10 years at Green Bay. This exact situation, like Green Bay has to get up and get this game, man.
Well, and on top of that, like you look at the Lions' schedule moving forward. Next week they play at Texans. That's tough, but then you got Jags at Colts, Bears, Packers at home, Bills at home, at Bears. Then you end the season at 49ers versus Vikings. Like they're probably looking at this the way we looked at Jacksonville. Obviously, they want to win the game for NFC implications, but like they just want to get out of this healthy because they after that Texans game, they have a real down period. If they can get out of this healthy, and even if they lose, they're in the driver's seat easy.
I don't know if I agree. I think the Lions think if they win this game, they win the North.
So it's about, yeah, I agree with both of you guys. Like I think but I agree with you, Zach. Like this game really does feel like it's for the division. At least this is the earliest game of the season that's felt like it's for the division. Lions win this, they go up to what? What are they? Would they be 7-1, 8-1, whatever it is, with a 2-game lead on the division, with 9 to go plus another matchup. Like in the long term, it makes sense, Trevor. Right? You don't want anyone injured, but it's a division game. Like you have to play division games. I don't know how many times I'm going to say it tonight, but you have to get up and play the division games.
My best friend Tyler's in the chat. Let's talk about some of the. You're so right last time, Tyler. We'll talk about the Lions injury report because it's longer than the Packers. Again, almost all of these are rests because of the obvious. But we got Taylor Decker, chest, all did not practice. Graham Glasgow, rest. Jared Goff, ankle. He's going to practice tomorrow. He rolled it. He's fine. Levi, D-tackle, rest. Josh Pascal, illness. So let's just rest. Ragnow, rest. GJ Reader, rest. Rodriguez, ankle. Sion Vaki, knee. Kevin Zeitler, rest. So that's scary. I don't know. Like that's scary to me. Like Lions are gearing up for one game. They are locked in. They're the most 1-0 mentality team, I feel like, in the NFL. And did the Packers, did they win both games against Detroit last year? Or just
I think they split them. But the last game they played them, they beat the piss out of them in Detroit.
They won the Thanksgiving game last year.
Yes. Yeah, embarrassed them. Dan Campbell's going to remind them. I guarantee they watched. Do you think the Lions have to self-scout from last week's game against the Titans?
No.
Hell no. They're watching that game. That's Dan Campbell motivation, Dan Campbell football. 100%. They're watching that. They may watch it twice. Tuesday morning, Wednesday morning. Hey, we got to film before practice. Put it on again. Just piss the boys off. It's going to be great. Clip. World Series. I've never watched a World Series game. Kyler Murray, Bo Nix, or Joe Shiesty this week. Kyler. 3-2 World Series, New York on top. Great.
Gross.
I almost watched whatever Game 7 Cubs something. Turned it on, it was done.
Guardians.
So that's the closest I've gotten to a World Series game.
That was a good game.
Sure. I saw a lot of people celebrating and crying.
Yeah, Cubs fans, losers.
Okay. I truly know. I know they were cursed and then they weren't cursed and they still suck. So I don't know. Okay.
They're
That's
losers.
I mean, it's Chicago fans. So
They ruined Steve Bartman's life. Like,
Mhm.
legitimately ruined his life. So it is forever fuck Cubs fans.
the actor.
Nope.
Okay. So Packers are 3.5-point underdogs. Just a couple of stats that I wrote down here because I think these are all the stats that we got to look at for this game. The Packers need to overcome these specific things. So the Packers rank first in takeaways, Lions rank third. That's essentially equal.
Oh,
Lions are fifth in giveaways at 0.75. Packers are 24th at 1.5. Big difference there. That's where I think Malik Willis could be a benefit to the Packers. Because just you cannot lose the turnover battle on this game.
can you say that stat again? I'm sorry.
So the Lions rank fifth in giveaways,
Yep.
lower ranking the better. 0.7 giveaways per game. Packers rank 24th at 1.5 per game.
Okay.
So double. Lions rank 7th in third down conversions on offense. Packers rank 15th. Lions rank 1st in defense for third down conversions. Packers rank 9th. Lions have scored a touchdown on 65% of their red zone trips. Packers have scored a touchdown on half of them. Can't settle for field goals in this game. Packers are averaging 1.7 sacks per game over the last 3. They are not getting to the quarterback. They are not sacking the quarterback. I understand Rashawn Gary had a great game. Let's make it result in an actual positive play. Even after losing Aiden Hutchinson, the Lions are averaging 3 sacks per game over their last 3. So if they even bring in anybody else, they don't even need to. They're still doing well. So in summary, Packers need to force third downs. They need to hit Jared Goff. They need to win the turnover battle. If they can do those 3 things, they're going to win the game. But those 3 things have been Achilles' heel.
Yeah, agreed. Like the one stat there that kind of opened my eyes, right? And it's probably gonna be my key to the game, right? You kind of just went over it. It's get off the field on third down. Like Green Bay, for as good as you want to say, like Jordan Love's is playing, as good as you want to say, linebackers playing, defense getting off the field on third down. Stroud was 1 for 9 or something. Trevor Lawrence was 3 for 14 last week on third down. That's where the Green Bay's been winning these games. And while the Detroit Lions are a much better offense, that's going to be the key to the game: is get the fuck off the field.
You could not let Lions get into third and manageable. Force them into passing situations, then hit Jared Goff. That's how you beat the Lions. It's very, very simple. Hard to do, but that's very clearly the key to success against this Lions offense.
Yep.
Okay. Any other key? I went through like 3 keys, I guess. Luke, you said yours. Trevor, what's your key to the game?
I mean, it's a dumb one, but you got to keep your foot on the pedal. Like last year, if I'm remembering correctly, the game at home, they get a quick turnover from Jared Goff after a drive. I think they got a field goal out of it. Either way, like the place is rocking, and they're like, "Oh, look at us! We're the Packers. They're still the Lions." And then the Lions immediately kick the living shit out of the Packers. You have to get a turnover, score, sack him, hit him. Like you need to be relentless because the Lions are too good. If you do not put them down, they will come up from behind you and slit your throat. Like that's just the team that they are. I don't know if the Packers have it in them, but if they can do that and not make sure that the Lions offense stays on the sidelines, all the more power to them.
Yeah, I mean, if you let the Lions control the game, let them get into, second and
they're
second
going to
and
control
5,
the game.
third and 2, like
They will.
if they control it, then
I'm
you're
sorry.
fucked.
What I meant is, if you let them control it, they are going to control it.
Right. Like very clearly, if you let the Lions be comfortable, they're unstoppable.
Right.
It's the
They're
same
not
thing
gonna
with the
make mistakes.
Ravens. Right. They're not going to make mistakes. If you have to pay attention to the pass and the run, you're screwed. They have to be one-dimensional to beat them.
Yep.
Same with the Ravens. Same with all these very good teams. So Packers better come to play. Like it's.
I mean, it's the
It
same
is
thing
what
with the
it is.
Packers. With the Packers too, right? Packers get the run game going; they can pass on anyone. So it's
I
you got to make
agree.
these
I
teams
don't know if they have
one-dimensional.
yet.
Right, I agree with that.
Other than they got the run game going in the Malik Willis game, and that's why the passing over the top worked, right?
Right.
Because they had to overload. I
Correct.
wouldn't say it was like a balanced threat, but if they can, that's why if that's how you win this game on offense. If it's Jordan Love back there whipping it, like if Jordan Love's in the game, you need to sit him down and be like, we cannot give them anything in this game. And if you do that, that limits Jordan Love's game, regardless of injuries, regardless of anything. If you say Jordan Love, you have to think, he's fucked. That's pretty much any reckless quarterback. That's not a knock against him necessarily. But like if he has to think about what he's doing, he's already throwing passes behind receivers. He's going to be behind in his decision making. He's going to be holding the ball, getting sacked, yada, yada, yada. So put Malik Willis in there. Just go make a play. First read, do it. Quick passes, run the football. Play good football.
Yep.
And we need to stop just trying to attack the edges. Like running it up the middle. Please.
North
For
and
the
south.
love of God. It bothers me. Anything else before we give our predictions and get out of here?
Nope.
Okay, one more time. Packers 3.5 point underdogs, 47.5 point over under. I'm gonna go Lions win this game. I think it's gonna be relatively tough though. I think it's going to be a 24-20 game.
Yep. I'm going to agree with you. 27-21 Lions. I'm going to fit with the theme that I've been saying all year that the better team is going to win.
I don't think it's going to be tough. I think everything the Packers have been screwing around with the last 2 weeks catches up to them. Lions take advantage 31-17.
Sounds good. Clip, this is Packers show, but I like your team. I think Zay Flowers is not affected by Deontay Johnson. I think the Bills have the craziest fans.
Eagles.
I think Eagles are just assholes. I don't know if they're crazy.
Fair.
Like they're all talk.
Yeah.
So like there's no action with the Eagles for the most part. Well, yeah, because they threw the full cans of beer at the Viking Santa, right?
Right.
Funniest thing the Eagles have ever done.
Mm-hmm. I have a short story here to bring us out.
Okay, great.
I was at Target getting groceries before our shows tonight. And I don't know if it was a problem with the chip reader or a card or something. But this family had to end up paying for their bill out of their coin purse. Which fine, I get it. You know, it sucks that I have to sit behind it and wait, but shit happens, whatever, cool. My question being to you guys, what is the most money like you buying something? What's the highest number that you would, if you had to, you would do like coins on?
$1. I got no time for coins.
$2, I think. 4 quarters is
Yeah.
all I'm doing.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, changes. It's tough.
Yeah.
It's a nuisance at this point.
Yeah. Like $3, 12 quarters is too much.
I have a question for you because this came up as a topic, talking point yesterday. So, what's in your chili on that side of the state? If just describe what your chili is.
I guess ground beef, kidney beans, some kind of peppers, whether it be sweet peppers, hot peppers, whatever. Probably get some celery in there.
Onions.
Yeah, onion. Probably get some onions, get some cheese, get the fixins. I don't nothing crazy. I don't think.
Trevor, you sign off as well?
Yeah, that is the perfect chili.
Okay. I agree. I was told the east side of the state puts noodles in their chili.
Oh yeah, yes.
That is a thing at Real Chili here.
Yeah.
It's a chili place in downtown. People do noodles with chili. I never understood it, but people
Yeah.
do it.
That's goulash. That's not chili.
Kroll's by Lambo has spaghetti in their chili.
So it's not even like macaroni.
I've seen some do elbow macaroni and some do spaghetti.
So
Which just
I
makes
don't
it a
think
bolognese then.
I don't think that's weird.
it is weird.
I don't know. Maybe
Noodles and chili.
maybe it's a cultural thing then. I don't know.
Apparently, it's an east side of the state thing.
Oh.
I never even heard of people doing that.
Yeah.
I was flabbergasted. I felt
No.
I asked multiple people, like, you're wrong. That's insane.
Yeah, that exists, and I've had it millions of times.
Do you have cornbread with your chili sometimes or no?
And I can't say that like that's a thing. I'm sure I have in my life, but that's not a thing that
Cornbread
I'm
is
doing.
so overrated.
Where's Janet?
Hard.
Janet, I need Janet here. This is insane.
I'm not saying that you're wrong by doing that. I just have not been a part of a situation where that's been pushed on me.
Well, also cornbread is not overrated.
Right.
Yes, it is.
No.
Yes.
Not at all. That's like, it's up there for like the croissant if you're having a bread with a dinner. To me, croissant might be top tier. Cornbread's incredible. Yes.
Croissant, no.
Put some jalapenos in it. Incredible.
The only good thing for croissants are pigs in a blanket, or if you put them with like sugar and cinnamon. That's it.
Croissants are good all the time.
Mini corn dogs are better than pigs in a blanket.
Yeah, mini corn dogs are S tier, everything. But so when you were in Europe, you didn't even get croissants over there, Trevor?
Yeah, but they had cinnamon and sugar and shit on it.
What are we doing?
No, Trevor, do a ham and cheese on a croissant. It's incredible.
One of the best things I had in Europe was just this little there's a bakery in every grocery store. It was 90 cents, croissants with ham and cheese in it. Insane. Best croissant in my life, 90 cents.
Do a hot ham and cheese on a croissant. It's awesome.
Insane. You don't even have breakfast sandwiches on a croissant? What's wrong with you?
No.
You
put them on an English muffin? Yeah, absolutely.
What a loser. What?
English muffin's the best way to go, man. For a breakfast sandwich, absolutely. Although, now that I think about it, I do have some breakfast sandwiches on croissants in my freezer right now. But
of course,
English muffin is still always better.
I'll say this, and we can go out on this unless you guys have another point.
Well, Anderson has a question at 8:53. It kind of got scrolled past because of clip, but
Cronut, is that what you're talking about or no?
No, how do you think Coach Halfley will be able to that one?
Oh, a real question. Halfley's good. He's fine.
For the just trick plays, I don't know that we're going to see 12 trillion trick plays in this. We may see a fake punt. I think Detroit knows it's a must-win game. I think they're going to pull out the stops, but once again, I think that they're the better team and they'll be able to move the ball effectively.
If it's a trick play, I feel like it's like a fake punt.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to do bullshit.
Right.
And if it's a trick play, I think it's just up to the Packers players. Can they know what to do in the right time? If Quay Walker's on the field, absolutely fucking not.
He's the one I'm nervous
It's just not
about.
going to happen. So
that being said, cronuts are incredible. Have you had a cronut?
Yeah.
They're okay.
Okay. I want to do a little history lesson because does the number 1776 have any significance to you, Trevor?
The year of our Lord.
The year of our Lord, we beat the piss out of the dirty English to get their ass out of here. George Washington put us on his back. That psycho, that 6'2" psycho wandering through the woods on horseback, just destroying those goofy teeth fucks, okay? And we got him out of here. And now you're pushing me with English muffins?
No.
There is no.
Okay, listen.
There is no space in society,
Listen.
at least on this side of the pond, for English muffins. There's no point. We should get rid of them completely.
Listen.
There's no scenario where an English muffin is a better choice anyway.
I could be worse. Well, first of all, croissant is French. All they do is fucking wave the white flag and surrender like a bunch of little.
They helped us to win that war.
So let's. Did they really help us? Come on, the French. They never win shit. All right.
They let us rope
in their own
like,
country.
Look at this hand, and then we pop the British over here. That's what the French did.
No. Also, it could be worse. All right. At least I'm not sitting here saying beans are breakfast food. What the fuck is Britain doing with that? That's a problem.
Also bad. Yeah.
That's a
Everything
million
about
times
them's
worse
bad.
than an English muffin.
I have a
Want
take.
to put it on the English muffin? Go ahead.
I think biscuits are the best for breakfast sandwiches.
No.
I think they're number 2. I think
I'm
they're
taking
great.
I'm taking a biscuit over anything.
Done right, I think I agree with you. Some places just make them too crumbly. I don't want
Sausage cheese on a biscuit is great.
I don't want to
places
be
are
eating
too
my
dry.
breakfast and then have to clean something up.
Okay, I agree with that.
The worst of a biscuit is awful.
That's fair. I mean, it's not English muffin
Sure.
bad, which is default just dry. Like there's nothing else to it.
You're having the wrong English muffin, my friend.
Look at them. They're these flat pieces of bread that are burnt in a fucking pouch. There's no point. They are embarrassment. Do we not have sweet tea? No, because this is the fucking Union. We don't have sweet tea up here. That's the Confederate drink. Okay.
Sweet tea is good though.
It's made. Okay, there's a lot of stuff happening.
Yeah,
Virginia
I think like
is the birth of alcohol. Is that true? I mean, we landed in Virginia, so I guess technically.
You may have birthed it, but we perfected it, motherfucker.
I don't.
It's made.
Alcohol had to exist before Virginia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Okay.
They had wine in like
right.
the medieval times.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I don't like English muffins. Nobody does. Nobody does.
I don't mind English muffins.
What? What are you doing?
No,
Why?
No. I think you're gonna think that I'm gonna go for them. I'm not living and dying by English muffins.
I just don't understand the thought process of like, yes, I would choose that.
Yeah, I agree with that.
It's a lot easier to hold in your hand. That's a start.
I'm not having an issue of holding bread in my hand, Trevor. I don't know.
Zach's like, once my hand gets on those, I'm not letting go of that.
Well, no matter, like, is there if croissants have ridges, that's a better grip. Is that what you're going for? I don't know what's going on.
No, it falls out because it's not a perfect circle, so it's a half circle. So you got that little open space in the middle where it's just like meat and cheese and no bread. And then that part sucks.
Depends. Quick Trip doesn't. Quick Trip perfected the round croissants for their sandwiches.
Did they? Because the croissants are usually too soft, which is not their fault because
too soft. No wonder you want these pieces of cardboard you call English muffins.
Let's think about this.
Soft.
They're like they're fucking like wet because they're under that heat lamp for so long. Don't get me wrong. They can't.
Are you just talking about Quick Trip right now?
Yeah.
You're just talking about Quick Trip. No, it's sorry. They're piping hot and there's condensation.
If
sorry
they're
about
fresh, they're great. But if they have condensation all over them, no, thank you.
Who cares? Little grit, little water. I'd like to be a little more hydrated. I don't have time to drink water in the morning. I'm drinking coffee. So if I can get a juicy breakfast sandwich, I'm going to take it. I'll just say thank you. See you next time.
All I'm going to say is the guy who agrees with you on English muffin doesn't know the difference between 2, 2, and 2. So that does not help your case.
I mean,
can I say something?
Yeah, of course.
Clip Next keeps bringing up all these liquors and whiskeys and bourbons and stuff. I don't give me beer. Give me beer. I don't care about any of that stuff.
It's a fair point.
I'm a big whiskey guy, but of course beer.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna. I was gonna say something very like problematic. Probably. I was gonna say I'm not gonna wake up in the morning and have a whiskey, but I'll have a beer to start the day.
Yeah.
I just like to say if you're a person who can't have dry stuff without sweet tea, you need to grow up.
That's a very South thing. But like,
it is a South thing.
It is. I don't know why I don't like sweet tea. I just don't. We've had this conversation before. I don't like it. I like tea. I like
sweet things.
Hot tea sucks.
Well, hot tea does suck.
See, I don't mind it, but like
it's garbage water.
I like sweetened tea, but I don't like it sweetened with sugar to the point where sweet tea's at. I'll take the fake ass sweetener in like Lipton tea. I like that. That's great.
Yeah, fine.
I admit my faults. I should like sweet tea and I don't. It's like me saying I don't like popcorn. I understand I'm wrong, but I don't.
Yeah.
But English muffins.
Yeah, I'm not going to bat for English muffins. They're whatever.
At Fantasy Flurry on Twitter, we are going to weed out the English muffin likers. I'm going to put a poll up, and I hope people respond saying they like English muffins because you're getting blocked. No room in this country for that. Okay?
That's how we go viral. That's how we make our hit, is on a fucking poll about English muffins.
I mean, I don't know. I just don't get it. It's real. I'm questioning a lot of things right now. Okay, let's get out of here. 35
Texas
minutes
toast
in.
is good.
Banger had Texas toast today. Quick Trip's got Texas toast now, and it's not too wet, but it is soft, Trevor. So it might be a little too soft for you.